I like that. Good start.
I posted my notes.
Mm.
Am I gonna have to do the intro thing? Am I gonna have to do it?
Every time.
Literally a second about to start.
Mm. Mm. Yep.
Hi.
Well, first thing we did was you're taking too long, Garth. First thing we did was we fought Scorpion.
Sorry.
Finished off. I jumped in, not really sure what's happening before that, but had this fight versus the big Scornkin beast and his, I guess, fellow Astral Clan beasties.
Well, the beast was just a serpent. You're trying to fight the chieftain. That's what you're trying to fight.
Oh yeah, we killed him first.
That you did.
We got some fat loot in the forms of 3 potions: Vitality, Fire Breath, and Flying.
Correct.
We later on met Farseer Andreev, who has lost his tongue. He can't speak, but he has a clicking noise thing that he does to say.
Yeah, he does.
To signal where he is.
Speaking of that cooking, I think
We encountered hellhounds that were piling on something. We don't know what.
Recap?
After which we returned to town. We met a person named Scribe Marcone.
Scribe Marcone, that is correct.
And the Royal Governor, Desmond.
Royal Governor Desmond Silverick. You guys have seen him once. He gave you guys a nice, big, grandiose speech welcoming you when you guys first came here.
Indeed. And then we had a chat with Brianna and Benji. After which we headed out in the direction of booze, I believe, is the general consensus.
Yes, that was the general direction.
Day drinking, day drinking.
Garth can fill in the details.
What do we miss? So we picked up that guy, went back to the HQ, did recap with Charlotte, Varric's cousin, and the governor. Went and visited the kids because they wanted to see us. And a number of people in the party learned that the kids saw us in a weird way. Like each
kids, plural.
I said kids, didn't I?
Or kid.
It's only Benji.
Only the one that can't talk.
Yeah.
Anyways.
Or no. It was Brianna.
Yep.
Because she was the one that was telling us that. Never mind.
Yes.
So anyways. Yeah. A number of the party noticed that the kids saw us differently than what we actually look like. And maybe that's the implications. Maybe it doesn't. Maybe they were high as hell. Who knows?
Gall does remark that they were well into the territory of hallucinating. So.
Exactly.
Can someone remind me what the name of the dude is who treated us to his beverage?
Oh.
Oswald.
I forgot to write down his name.
Oswald.
Thank you. Yeah.
No toxician Oswald.
Yep. And then...
When did we meet him when I was away? Because he's vague in my...
Yes, I believe so.
Okay. Okay, now it clicks.
It all comes together. Anyways.
He was a toxician?
Yes.
He was a toxician. He
had a partner in crime.
Is a very competent developer of sleeper agents, one might say. Ones that, help with the eternal sleep, one might say.
And he also had... I can't remember the healer's name. The guy that made health potions. Gall, thank you. Like I said, partner in crime, whether they want to be or not.
He's a co-worker.
So, bumped into him. I mean, we literally went to his place, so I don't know why that's bumping into him. half the party decided to take him, go to the bar, pick up some NPCs, and I don't want to say half, but a couple other people went off, did their own thing.
I mean, it is basically half.
Yeah, pretty much.
There's 6 of you. The 3 of you had your own side stories, so
yeah.
It's half.
And 2 of the 3 people that went off will meet back up at the bar in a period of time. But for now,
indeed.
Yeah.
I will say that at some point, Samuel will get a runner. A messenger.
Oh.
At some point.
In the future.
Not that I have any tricks up my sleeve. Not at all.
Tricks and habits.
We kill the golem.
Oh shit.
Nasty little hobbitses.
Oh my god.
His was better. Kill him first.
We kill both of them. We put the race to extinction. Alright. So.
But these are our friends. You don't have any friends.
That needs to be a meme. That needs to be a meme.
That has to be. Hold up. While you guys do barking, I'll see if it's a meme.
I'm pretty sure it is a meme. I'm pretty
Yeah,
sure
the golem meme is it was floating around a while.
Okay, so first let me put this. So we start off with, as I said, the hi Tango. Hello. We start off with the day drinking trio. Accompanying them is Oswald, obviously, as the temporary provider of spirits. Joining you as well is Scribe Marcone, Abigail, and Costellos. Okay, there he goes. Bye, Tango. You guys arrive at the Wayfarer's Fork, and it's the middle of the day, and, well, a large number of its previous patrons from the last time you guys were here are probably in the process of going through a serious level of bureaucracy or a serious level of expeditionary work. So, as a result, thank you for finding that, Garth. Thank you. As a result, the place is pretty sparse by its own standards. That's not to say like there's only like 3 people here or anything, but compared to the packed, filled status that was before, it certainly is a lesser amount. To the point where you guys can even go inside for once, as opposed to having to sit outside before. But it's up to you. You can enjoy the, gentle sea breeze outside right now, or you can just go inside. That's up to you guys.
I didn't even realize we were outside last time. That's quite bad. Okay.
No, yeah, you guys are outside.
Okay.
It was under it's sort of like a patio space, to be fair. So it's roofed and things like that. So it's open air, but technically outside, technically inside. Feel like that. I should ask. You guys want to be outside or inside?
I'm nay bothered.
Ditto.
Decisive. And Rebecca isn't here to pitch her vote. Outside it is. Going for familiar circumstances.
Oh, well, if we're gonna go that way.
Do you want to pick the other option? Abstainer?
No, I'm being difficult. Off we go.
Yes, quite. So, you guys find a familiar perch. You guys even go back to the same exact spot you guys were at last time. How amazing. There is no levy here to, be your server or greet you this time. Instead, you have Billy herself, Billy of the Heartlands. You can sort of see inside the bar, and vice versa. She can see out, and she sees you guys approach, and then you guys see her through the large window that spans the front facade of the tavern. She comes on out. At this point, you guys have had a decent bit to drink, walking around the town.
Well,
I'm not going to make you do any rolls just yet.
Okay, good.
Just yet. Regardless, Billy does come up.
I've been staying off the cup.
Right.
So I'm
Aminius
doing
is,
okay.
Emilius is getting there. You can tell he's getting there. Regardless, Billy comes up to you and just, busts out a little pencil, notepad, and asks simply, "What can I get for you?"
Quick question first. Does Emilius' little trick from last time still count on the tab? Or is that gone now?
That was with Levy. And that was definitely during that time, so no. No free drinks here.
Can you do like I know she's not here. He's not here, whatever, but can we do like it again? To get more free drinks.
Aminius offers the same deal to Billy, and she gives like a knowing smirk and a raised eyebrow. I'm afraid those sorts of tricks don't work on me, as amusing as it might be for Levy.
What about anything else? Come on, please, give me something.
Nope. You gotta pay just like everybody else.
Whatever, okay.
I will have a stain of chilled mead, if you please.
Certainly. And for the rest of you?
Your strongest, cheapest drink, please.
Strongest, cheapest drink. She gives you like a smirk at that. I must say, I thought you expeditioners got paid quite well. It's a shame to hear otherwise.
Oh, no, yes. I'm so poor. I'm really poor. Please take pity on me.
Roll deception.
Okay.
I should give you disadvantage for how poorly that was.
Yeah, I wasn't expecting that to come out of anything. Wait a minute. Oh shit, come on.
Is that so? That's funny, because I think I hear a nice jingle in your pouch.
Oh no, that's it. I keep marbles in my pouch. It makes me feel better.
Marbles in the shape, she eyes the pouch on you in the shape of coins. Interesting.
You can't see inside the pouch, right? It's a pouch. She doesn't know it's coins in there, surely.
You whisper over to Aminius.
Help me! Someone!
It's fine. I'll cover you if you're a little short right now.
Thank you. I'm so poor. I'm so thirsty.
You're definitely not. I see the paychecks you get. But regardless, I have nothing else to spend my money on, so might as well spend it here. And what can I get for you then, Oswald? Just give me a bucket of ice. She raises an eyebrow at that, and then he produces the bottle of his. Ah. When are you gonna start supplying me those anyways? He gives like a wide, sleepy smile. And when did I ever say I'd do that? Never, but I thought I'd ask nonetheless. When you can turn that moon blue, I'll start doing it. I'll get right on it then. 15 pounds. On the moon, which isn't here right now. Abigail and Varric and Costellos ordered their own drinks, going from something non-alcoholic in the case of Varric to something light and tasteful in the case of Abigail, versus light, or not so light, heavy, but still tasteful, and a slap to the face in the case of Costellos. She says she'll be right back, and she goes inside, leaving you guys just to chill out here. Just sort of admiring the day, carpe diem, as you guys ponder how much you're going to drink.
What's the view like where we're sitting?
What's the what? View?
The view, yeah.
So the town itself is built on a similar, albeit much more gradual incline upwards as like the headlands I described to you previously. So as a result, the entire town is sort of built on a bit of a slope. Not terribly much. I'm not talking like San Francisco style, which is like basically 45 degrees. But just due to the civil architecture of the place as well as the geography of it, the Wayfarer's Fork has its own, amongst, many buildings that have this similar view, but it itself has a large view that just spans it out across the entire bay. It's a nice view. You ponder yourself how it looks at dawn and dusk. But for the time being, in the middle of the day, light bouncing off the ocean top looks resplendent.
I can never get used to the idea of so much water, especially undrinkable. It blows my mind.
Mm.
Where are you from, anyways? Varric asks you.
Have you ever heard of the Doncaster Peninsula?
The Dawn Peninsula. I have.
I am from a tiny village across the sands.
Huh.
Spent
Long way.
most of my years in the exchange.
Far away, then. It's at this point, Billy comes on out. You guys hear some shouts from inside out at her, but she comes on out with a serving tray filled with your assorted drinks, and in the case of Oswald, his bucket of ice. Perfect, it was getting warm. You guys, get yourself situated. Take a little cheers, a little sip, what have you, or slam it entirely. I don't fucking know. Drink as you will drink.
Mm-hmm.
But you do hear continued shouting coming from inside, like specifically Billy's name. And they're not exactly the most pleasant of shouts. Quite irate sounding.
Is everything alright?
Billy gives you like a weary, but how to say this? It's a familiar smile upon her face, but a weary one. Oh, just the usual malcontent customers. Oh, that's a shame. That's a shame. I think as Oswald gets his mischievous smirk on his face, I think as fine expeditionaries here in this town, he just all of you, will be happy to help the innkeeper with her problem, right?
For the price of free drinks, of course.
Tannum stands up.
Hey, there's a man of action. But as you stand up, Tannum, Billy does put a hand on your shoulder. I must warn you that the people that are giving me such problems are expeditionaries themselves. More is the merrier, then.
Can I have 2 sticks or cudgels?
She raises an eyebrow at this. I'm afraid I don't carry anything like that on me. That being
eyeball
said,
the chair real quick.
She just stares at your hand on the chair. So awkward silence builds as she's pondering whether to allow you to use her tavern furniture as a weapon. Fine. Do what you gotta.
Perhaps I will not need it.
Hopefully not.
Leave the chair be. I look
Varric
at
stands up to go with you.
I look at Aminius and Weiss expectantly.
Aminius will stand up.
Alright, I'm coming.
Oh, this ought to be a grand old time then. Marcone stands up. You? Yeah, me. What's the problem? Nothing. But seriously though, are we getting paid those free drinks or no?
Yes, are we? Come on, please.
Billy rolls her eyes. I'll provide such drinks if you don't make an absolute fucking ruin of my tavern.
I can make no promises, but thank you.
Well then, I make no promises for the drinks.
Alright, I take it back. Okay.
So we have Tannum, we have Aminius, we have Wise, we have Varric, we have Marcone. Castellus is a lover, not a fighter, and Oswald is lazy as fuck. So you guys shall do.
I take it we can't kill anyone then, right? So like.
Go for the
That
throat.
would be a
You
bad
certainly
idea.
can, but you know.
As you say this out loud, you guys are walking in towards the front. Marcona just remarks, "Oh, well, you know, killing's illegal. But if it's self-defense, then, well, that's a different story, isn't it?"
Yeah, I don't know. We've not really been holding back much in our fights lately, so I don't know if
Well, this is a good manner.
civilians would be a good.
They're expeditionaries, different than civilians. But hey, this is a good chance to see your guys' restraint.
Yeah, I don't really do much with restraints.
This is in a pointed manner.
Oh, okay. I didn't catch that, evidently. This
So,
would be fun.
you notice as you guys open the doors and go inside that most of the patrons in here are themselves sort of tucked away in the corners and niches of the room, sort of avoiding having to deal with these people. Like a, public transit and crazy homeless people. But anyways, Billy's already back behind the bar counter, just sort of taking the verbal assault. And again, there's mostly only like 3 people really talking, and only 2 of them are talking at her, of these 4 malcontents. To describe them, you note that one of them is a dwarf. That is one of the ones speaking so harshly to your humble bartender. The other one you can tell from his accent is from the Hilllands. So the same region as Charlotte's from, supposedly. Sort of being their instigator, sort of their hype man, is this ostentatious looking, well, you could tell by the harp on his side that he's a bard.
Mm-hmm.
That, or he's just a guy that carries a harp around, which is its own anomaly. Regardless, you should, not trust him, right? Who carries a harp around if they're not a bard? And then sitting off to the side of this trio is a half-elf that's in their party. He just looks immensely, unamused at the party's antics. The range of comments towards Billy go from questioning the quality of drinks in the case of the dwarf to a matter of serving order. Like, why are they getting avoided, basically? Or other people are going first, or whatever. Don't die, Kirsty, that's bad. We don't have Revivify yet, and I think it would take longer than a minute for us to get to you.
Sorry.
Don't worry, we'll get True Resurrection at some point. I would say drink more tea, but I feel like that was what the problem was in the first place.
Yeah, sorry. I feel like every time I'm on this thing, I fucking choke.
We can check the vids later and confirm or deny that.
Well, I think I did last time as well. Sorry, I just get too excited with my tea. Continue.
Chug. But yeah, anyways. How do you guys wish to handle this quadro of malcontents? Well, it's basically a trio and then one other guy, but...
I mean, I'm a bit pissed, so I think it's probably wise I stay a bit far back, so... Tanum, please, off you go, do your magic.
Yes. I don't have exactly, some fancy mechanic as to how to talk them out of it. It's up to you guys.
Is there a free seat at the table, empty?
It's at the counter, so yes.
Oh, they're at the counter, okay.
They're at the counter. Getting up in Billy's fucking grill. Up in her face.
Can I just, put the hood up and, look really intimidating behind them and be like, oh, where...
If you want to try that, be my guest.
Okay, I'll
Make sure they can see the horns.
Okay, I'll, stick the horns out the hood and make old dark face and
Roll me intimidation.
Boy, if you
Okay.
fail, you're gonna look real dumb.
Keep in mind that the tiefling aesthetic isn't necessarily daunting to people when your quartermaster Ember is a tiefling too. But hey, roll me your intimidation.
You roll
Okay,
a 1
this
and go
is-
cross-eyed. Looking kinda derpy.
So you skulk on over behind him and stand up, looming menacingly, and then the dwarf catches you from sees you behind out of the corner of his eye. He turns around and just looks at you. How the fuck are you looking at? And you sort of wilt a bit at his unabashed nature to your intimidation.
Hello? Fear me. Okay. I'll
Oh,
just
God.
stay quiet.
Fear you? He raises an eyebrow. I fear my morning shits more than I fear you.
That must be some terrible shit you're having then. Do you need some laxatives or something, mate? If
Oh,
you're
I think I'm right fine.
Oh, really? You
You know what goes along with shit? Piss. So you can piss off.
Oh, right, that's a bit, out of line.
How
Yeah,
long
that's
have
like-
you
I'm
been
also-
preparing that?
Sorry.
How long have you been preparing that retort?
Quite a long time, actually. You don't tell them that. Never mind.
You're making quite a scene.
I'm doing nothing of the sort. As a proud dwarf, I'm just merely commenting on the quality of the drinks here. And how
Then
the
drink
bottles smell.
elsewhere.
Unfortunately, this is the supposedly finest establishment in the entire town.
Then I suppose it sucks to be you. Please leave.
I don't like your tone. What am I gonna do if I don't leave? Huh?
I will throw you out that door.
The half elf just sits and unperches his head from his arms and sort of sits up. It cracks his neck. And who are you to do this to us, huh?
No one important. A
And
man
by
with
your own
manners.
claims, then you should leave us to our business and we shall leave you to yours.
That I cannot do.
The Hellenic person gives the risen eyebrow.
The actions of a few vulture food reflects poorly on the rest of us. We have to make a living in this town, and you're standing in the way of that.
A greedy sort, aren't you? It is something to note that these guys are second waivers. You guys have seen collectively probably them once or twice on the ships over. Almost a large amount of colony ships and colonists there are.
If you are willing to fight and bleed for a city, then why do you behave this way?
I was wondering where I recognized you from. Now I get it. I would love to fight and bleed for my city, but it seems that opportunity was sort of passed up on us to give way to you. That's where I recognize you from. And he sort of stands himself up from his tavern stool and walks on over to you. He looks you up and down. I'd like to ask, how much coin did it take to be the first ones out? Huh?
More up than down.
This isn't the dwarf.
Oh,
So far I have not spent a single coin, only been paid.
You should really work on your lies. I would have personally picked a relatively high but also relatively low number.
I do not lie.
It's exactly what the liar says, isn't it?
gotcha there.
No, a liar says, believe me, I am telling the truth.
You repeat the same words in two different manners. How fitting for a liar.
It is not my first language. Now, do you need help? I point at the door.
What's your AC?
16.
Destroy them.
Okay, so you can sort of see the muscles on his arm like begin like flexing, like ready, like raking a fist, and you sort of use that. Or a fighter, you've seen people try to punch you before. You catch his arm as he was like about to mid swipe, and just about like I don't know, a few inches away from your face. You hear the half elf from the side, and so it begins. So, it's all of you inside here. First up, I need to change the music.
New record, 30 minutes into the session. For games that we didn't start in a fight, this is a new record for getting into a fight.